What's going on today? Tonight, I think I'm going to show y'all a little bit about trip planning. Might not be too much in detail, but hey, everybody needs to know how to do it some way, shape, form, or fashion. But that's going to be after I eat my dinner, take a shower, and then I'm going to come back out and show you guys how it's done. All right? See you in a minute. What's up, YouTube? How you doing? This your boy, TC with GrimReaper Transport. Like I said in the intro, we are going to be working on trip planning. Why? Because some people need to know how to do it. Like the newbies. Hey, ain't no shame, ain't no hate in the game. Everybody needs to know how to do it, so you'll be able to plan your time a whole lot more efficiently. Typically, the loads that I take, the routes that I take, I typically already know where I want to stop. But I'm using a new app, fuel app right now, so it's gonna kind of change my my stops. Shouldn't affect my time any, but hey, but that's what I want to do. I want to go ahead and put you guys on to trip planning. I might not get real down and dirty in the details of it, being real precise, but I might. It all depends. It really depends. So I'm gonna get ready to flip this on around, get y'all on my screen so y'all can see my screen, and I can show you what I do in these different situations when I do my trip planning. All right, so I'll see you guys in a minute. All right, now you see I already have my route already planned, and typically all the route plan is going from point A to point B and planning your stops in between. Like stop A from Goshen to Charleston. It's actually at a Casey's. So I typically, well, I'm gonna stop saying I typically, but what I do is I use Google Maps to look at the locations where I was going. But before I get to that, the question is, why did I choose that Casey's? That Casey's was a fuel stop that was cheaper than the rest. And how did I determine that? I used the app that somebody put me on to not too long ago, which is MUDFLAP. And this is the app right here, MUDFLAP. Let me get back up here to Charleston. Uh-oh, wrong one. I'm sorry. I gotta see where I put that. Outside of... That's off of 50. 55. Okay. 57. Going into 55. Huh. There you go, right there. 260 a gallon. Yeah, along my route. But when I started off, I always start off my route with my starting destination and my ending destination, which is in Waco. All right. Now, what I determined was the miles from Goshen to this first stop was 465 miles. So what I've done, I was guesstimating, is that since it's 465 miles, we're going to say after your first 50 miles, you need to check your MPG when you're pulling the trailer or the camper, so you'll know what it is. But just for fun's sake, we're going to say your MPG wind up being 12 miles to the gallon. Just an example. All right, we know we have to travel 465 miles from Goshen to your first fuel stop that you located, which is 465 miles. Word to the wise, I typically fill up before I leave Goshen, so I don't have to worry about stopping nowhere outside of Goshen, unless the fuel is cheaper. But we're gonna say we filled up in Goshen. So 465 miles, your MPG is 12 miles per gallon. You will divide that 465 by that 12, which is gonna give you 38.75 gallons. That's how many gallons of diesel you're gonna need to make it from Goshen to that location. Now, if you don't have a tank on your truck, for the new transporters, if you don't have auxiliary tank and your factory tank is no bigger than 36 gallons, you know you're going to have to stop a little bit sooner to throw a little bit more diesel in your truck. So, but if you do have a 50-gallon tank, factory tank, or your truck, then you should be good. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. From there, you know it's 38. You know you're spending. You need 38 gallons. That's cool. We already know that. But we're gonna go ahead and throw this on top of something else. You know the mileage from Goshen. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. The mileage from Goshen to Waco is 1,150 miles. So almost the same formula. We're going to do the 1,150 miles. This is to determine how much fuel you need to go from Goshen to Waco. Divided by that 12. You got 95. We're just going to round it up to 96 gallons. You need 96 gallons to go from Goshen to Waco. And it is a 17-hour and, what was it? 17-hour and 40-minute trip. So you already know you need 38 gallons on the last one? Dog, I don't never do it right. I think it was 38. Let's try that again. 38. All right, we'll say 39. Now 96 minus 39. You need 57 more gallons after your first stop. You're gonna need 57 more gallons to make it to your destination. Now we're gonna take into account that we're gonna do this all up under perfect conditions, meaning no wind, no weather, hardly any traffic jams. Traffic jams or slowdowns due to accident or construction. So you need 57 gallons to get there. Well, you already know that you'll be going 465 miles. So you should be stopping at least 2, maybe 2.5 times for what it's saying, because you're taking your total distance and you're dividing it by the maximum distance that you could travel on a tank of fuel. And if you could travel on a tank of fuel 465 miles, you divide that into 1,150 miles, and you'll get your 2.47, which we rounded up to 2.5, meaning you're going to stop 2 times before you get into, or you might be right in the state of Texas when you get your second fuel up. Your third fuel stop will be after you deliver your load. The reason I say that is because we're going to go back here and look. All right, let's close it. Let's make this a little smaller. I always fill up in Goshen. So my second stop would be right here at point A in Charleston, which would be my first fuel stop in Charleston. Then I found me another fuel stop in Brinkley, and then that's my second fuel stop. Yeah. And my third fuel stop would be in Mount Vernon, Texas, which I will get at least a 3/4 of a tank of fuel and drive all the way through Dallas, because of the fact that my stop is somewhere in Hewitt. I just put Waco for the duration. Once I deliver in Hewitt, I will have enough fuel in my truck, because I'm coming back empty. I'm leaving out of there empty to make it back up to another fuel station that's around this area. It's right around this Walmart somewhere. And that fuel was like $2.60 something a gallon, if I remember right. And I think that was on the MUDFLAP app that I found it. And let me get back over here and see. Yeah, because it was in Waco. Yeah, $2.58 right there. So I'll be getting that fuel and filling up all the way to the brim when I come back out from my delivery. Now I know you guys saw a stop that I didn't go over, which is right here in West Memphis. It's actually at a Pilot in West Memphis. A Pilot or a Flying J. What was it? Because they're both right next to each other. It's a Flying J. Let me see if this Flying J got what I was talking about earlier. No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does. This Flying J has a RV fuel spot. So if you don't want to wait in the line over here with the big trucks, you could come over here and get your diesel. That's all they're going to have over here for you is diesel. You won't be able to get DEF. So you'll have to be in the big truck line to get DEF or go buy a bottle and top off. But that Flying J is not a fuel stop. That Flying J is actually where I'm going to take my 10-hour break. You have to, when you do your route planning, you have to factor in where you're going to stop for your 10-hour break. So I made my fuel, I planned out my fuel stop where I was going to stop for my fuel. Then I planned out B, which was my 10-hour break where I was going to stop, which is in West Memphis. Once I leave there, I'm going to my second fuel stop in Berkeley because it was cheaper here as well. And this was at a... Damn. Gotta cut that part out. This was at a fuel stop that I also found on MUDFLAP. Now don't get me wrong. I use my EFS card. You can use your Data price check card. Where was this at? Berkeley. There you go. It's $2.89 there. And I can go, that'll be my second fuel stop after I leave out of West Memphis. And then my third one is further on down past Little Rock and Mount Vernon, because I should be able to make it to Mount Vernon from that distance, which I'm finna take out. Shoot, I just messed that up. Let's see. I can still work with it because we was going to Mount Vernon, Texas. And that's 284 miles. So I'm shy of my 400 mile mark, but I know I could top off there at Mount Vernon and then flip that. Let's make that Waco. This is why I say you'll still have enough fuel to make it from there to Waco and back up. See what I'm saying? So your trip is completely planned. You planned your stop. You planned your route from point A to point B. Then between point A and point B, you planned your fuel stops. and you planned your rest stop for your 10-hour break. Your 30-minute break, you also got to add into there somewhere. So you know you have to stop somewhere before 8 hours between Goshen and West Memphis. You're gonna have to stop somewhere, take a 30-minute break. So that's gonna be by your discretion of where you want to do that at. Remember, you have to go over 4 hours of drive time, but you have to take your 30-minute break before you reach 8 hours of drive time. So that's typically how I do it. I go from MUDFLAP to my EFS looking for the fuel price, and to if you have COM data, you use your COM data looking for the same thing. Trucker Path, I use Trucker Path for, to eyeball the truck stops along my route, so I can see which truck stop I want to stop at. I might want to stop at a Love's more often than I stop at a TA or a Flying J or a Pilot, where I stop to do my 30-minute break, get me something to eat, and get back on the road. Those are little particular places I love to stop at. So I use that for this. Also, when I'm trying to find the location for these places, even though they'll pop up on the price locator, this is a little bit faster because you see every time I move, it's always updating the location. So like I say, I wanted to, let me take these regular truck stops out. All right, cool. Got the basic ones in here right now that I go through. All right, so I know I'm coming down this road here. I want to stop at the Pilot. Well, Love's right there too, but I want the Pilot. I said, okay, cool. Love it, because if I was trying to stop here, which I'm not stopping there, I'm stopping in West Memphis. So West Memphis is right here, and I want to know if there's any room for me when I get there. I was going to the Flying J in West Memphis. I tap on it. Boom. It's telling me it's full right now. Well, right now it's 11 o'clock Central Time. So it's full right now. It's saying it's full. So I'm like, man, let me check another spot over there. Okay, the Pilot says it has some parking left. The Petrol is full. The Love's is full. So more than likely I'll be going to the Pilot. But I'll swing by the Flying J first to see if there's any spots. If not, then I go over to the Pilot and park. Sometimes I will tell you guys, when you're dealing with down by West Memphis and Little Rock, if you want a parking spot, a guaranteed parking spot, get the Pilot app. You know something? I'm gonna show you guys. Here we go. I got all my apps. I got the Pilot app, Pilot Flying J app, I got the Loves app, I got the TA app, I got the Speedway app, I got the cat scale because I could scale my truck at the cat scale, use that app, pay for it too. Trucker Path, COM data, Drivewise, that's another thing that I get on. You got I hopefully I remember to bring it up, but Drivewise is like a pre-pass for the scales. But it's based off of your company's score. So if your score is bad, you won't get bypassed. You're gonna get called in. If the score is good, they'll bypass you. So, But this is what I use this app for, to also see the distance, how far it is. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie to you guys and girls. Sometimes I don't plan my route out for the day, and I might jump on the road and roll. I look at my fuel. I know how much fuel I got in my truck and my auxiliary tanks or whatever, and I look down the road using trucker path, trying to find a truck stop, and like might be going to Oklahoma City. I say, okay, I want to stop at this truck stop right here. Boom, it's telling me it's 368 miles from where I am right now. I'm not in Goshen. I'm actually in Texas right now. So it's 368 miles for me to get to that Flying J. If I have full tanks, I know how far I can get. If I'm empty right now, so I know I'll make it on one tank all the way there. It's no problem. This will come in handy for you that don't trip plan and pick out your stops. This will come in very good for you, because you could shoot down the road, know where you want to do your next stop at along your route. But that's the thing, you still have to plan your route. You still plotting in a departure point and a destination in your GPS. So that's part of your trip planning right there. So you already started. Now, if you're using this to find where your next stop gonna be, how far is out, okay, cool. I'm going to the TA in Kilgore, Texas. Cool. It's 477 miles. All right, no problem. But I need the address. But you're driving. So guess what? You shouldn't be texting and driving, so you shouldn't be trying to type in the address. But if you hook your phone up to your truck, it's just like, all you got to do is call your Google, tell your Google that you want to go to the TA Travel Center in Kilgore, Texas. It's going to pull it up. It's going to put it on your map. Bam. Same way with your Apple phone. Y'all know, ask Siri to take you there. It'll pull it up. It's on your map. Good to go. No problem. But if you got that Android plug and play that's built in your truck, same scenario. You hit the button on your steering wheel, say the same thing what you want to do, or hit the map icon and a search icon, and it's going to charm for you to give it instructions. You give it instructions and you're on your way. That is literally it. This is planning your routes. Planning your fuel stops along your routes. That's how you do it. Let's see. Yeah, it's still there, so I know it's not a glitch. I don't know what's going on in Effingham, but okay, that's saying that's the petrol fuel 339, but it's saying it's at one something at the front. I don't get it. Boy, I don't know what they got going on in petrol, but that price right there looking good. And that's on the Calm Data app. So once again, we went over how you calculate your distance for your fuel. Excuse me. How much fuel you need to cover the distance to your first fuel stop, and how to determine how much fuel you need to go from point A to point B, and how many gallons you're going to need from point A to point B. and how to determine how, yeah, I already said that, how many times you're gonna stop for fuel. All right, so yeah, back and forth from the EFS or your COM data with your MUDFLAP. Once again, download this MUDFLAP app. I'm telling you, drivers, this works for your benefit. I have a link below. Click on the link. It's gonna take you to your Play Store. Download it. Add your payment options or whatever. If you have issues trying to do it, send me a message in the comments or in the email. I might just sign out of my whole thing and then sign back in to show you guys how to do it on the video. Or you can look at the MUDFLAP app video on YouTube as well, and it walks you through it. All right, hopefully, like I was trying to say, hopefully I covered enough to show you how to get started planning your route. My numbers might be a little bit off. I'm just guesstimating. I'm just I was just giving ballpark figures. Nothing's really accurate, so don't hold me to face value on all that. I was just throwing some numbers out there to show you examples. But that's how I plan my routes. I go back and forth between my EFS and my MUDFLAP app. I'm telling you guys, if you running anywhere east of Oklahoma, Kansas, Iowa, everything going back east, MUDFLAP will find you the cheapest fuel around. Check it out. Log in. The link is gonna be below. Just click on the link. It's gonna take you to your app store and have you download it. And get to using it. I literally saved at one pump. I saved, what was it? I think it was $35 on my first purchase. I was astounded. I was shocked. But I'm telling you, go below, click on the link for MUDFLAP, get started. For you new guys, save your money, manage your money right, get an auxiliary fuel tank. Whether you get a gravity fed or a pump driven fuel pump, I prefer the pump because you can turn it on and off. You ain't got to stop, get out, turn it on, off. But pumps do, the pump auxiliary tank costs a little bit more. So shoot, dropped it. So do that. Save your money, manage your money right. Don't go out buying up stuff that you do not need yet. Don't go out wasting your money. I tell people this all the time, and some of the trying to get this lighting right. But some I ain't gonna say who, but it's some people at my office even ask me like, yo, you won't be hurting on your money when you're on your way back empty and stuff. Nah, I made a profit. So I'm good, no issues, because I don't go out and spend my money. I don't stop at the casinos. I don't stop at the XXX places. where they dances and stuff. I don't do all that. I don't gamble. I came out here to work, to make money, to take care of home, take care of this truck, because this truck, it has to work for itself. It has to pay itself. I'm not doing it. It's working for itself. It's making its own money. So I'm trying to make sure I got all my priorities covered. Now, when it's time for me to go out, chill, party, then I do that. But as long as I'm running, I'm running. Be smart about how you spend your money. Don't just go out buying stuff because you see it. Save your money. If it's something you want, put it in the back of your head. No, write it down somewhere. Okay, it costs X, Y, and Z. I need to save up that much money. So save up twice that much money so you'll still have money sitting in your savings, so you can still buy whatever it is you wanted to get. All right? Be smart about it. One other thing, drivers, I got to tell you, one other thing. The wind, if the wind ever goes above 25 miles an hour, stop. Pull over and stop. Pull on an off-ramp or on-ramp, pull over. Let the wind die down. If you can slow down enough to where you can creep to a safe location, do that. Do not drive in these winds over 25 miles an hour. It is crazy. You might win the odds 1 or 2 times, but that 3rd or 4th time might be the time that you flip your truck and the camper. And who knows, you might not live to tell the tale. I don't want to see anybody like that. Please, use your head. The money's here. There's no use you trying to race to get to point A from get to point B from point A and lose the camper, lose your truck, or lose your life. Please use your head. That's a safety tip for me for the day. And also to let you know, you might not know it, but it's somewhere in the very, very fine print. If you go over 25 miles an hour, that insurance that you get, the unladen insurance, it don't cover you no more. So you might want to slow down, get out the wind, stop moving in the wind, because when it blows your truck and camper over, it's over with. Now, if you stationary and it blows it over, you're covered. But if you do it and you're driving, I'm sorry. So, hopefully, better yet, look, I'm hoping that I gave somebody some more knowledge. I'm hoping this video helps somebody out. I'm hoping that you guys enjoy my videos. I ask you to subscribe if this video had provided you any good tips, any good information. If you want to see something or you want to know more about a certain area, leave a comment or email me. It's below, and I'll talk on it. No problem. This is all about you guys. I'm just sharing what I know with you guys. I'm trying to give out all the information that I can give out so you won't make the mistakes that other people have made, or so you can understand the game like everybody else is understanding the game. I'm brand new to the RV transport, but I'm doing my best to bring in what I know from truck driving to apply to transporting. It's almost the same. I'm making a little bit more money than I was when I was driving trucks. I can tell you that for sure. But it's all good. It's all fine and dandy. I hope to see any of y'all on the road. By the way, if you see me out there in the country somewhere, holler at me. Come by and talk to me. I ain't gonna bite. I ain't gonna kill you. I ain't gonna chop you up in pieces. Grim Reaper is just the name I came up with. Hey, that's all it is. I ain't trying to take you to the other side. Trust me, I'm not. But if you see me, come up, talk to me. Hey, we could talk, we could sit down, have a couple drinks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can eat, shoot the breeze, talk about whatever you want to talk about, cover whatever you need to cover. I'm gonna admit to you, I don't know everything in this game, but I'm making it my business to try to learn everything in this game. You understand? So, subscribe. Is it here or is it over here? I don't know. Wherever it's at, hit the subscribe button, like the video, and I'll catch you guys later. Remember, the roads may be grim, but I'm going to reap that money all day. All day. I'm going to reap that money. So should you. Y'all keep the rubber side down. Be blessed.